Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a cramp so sharp? It felt like your leg was being twisted by a vice. You're not alone, and no, it's not just old age. Let me tell you this, swiping away from this video might be the biggest mistake you make this week, because today I'm exposing 3 common foods that can stop leg cramps fast. But here's the twist, one of them is usually avoided and one that most people rely on. It might actually be making your cramps worse. Most people reach for a banana when they cramp, turns out. That could be the wrong move. I'll explain why later. There's one hidden ingredient inside everyday meals that's quietly draining your minerals, inflaming your muscles, and triggering night cramps again and again. I'll reveal it before the end of this video, so don't miss it. If you're serious about waking up pain-free, walking easier, and never being jolted out of sleep again, this is the video that could change your nights and your life. Let's dive in. Food. 1. Eggs, the muscle fixer. You're probably underestimating. Think eggs are just a breakfast item. Think again. They might be your most powerful weapon against nighttime leg cramps, and hardly anyone's using them the right way. Let's break this down. Muscle cramps often come from muscle fatigue, poor nerve signaling, and low minerals. Eggs attack all 3. Each egg packs 6 grams of complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids, the building blocks your muscles need to recover and stay relaxed. That's something your multivitamin can't do. And here's where it gets better. Egg yolks naturally contain vitamin D, a nutrient that not only strengthens bones, but also helps your muscles contract and release properly. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles can literally lock up. That tight knot in your calf at 3 a.m., possibly a D deficiency. Still think eggs are just food, but here's something most people miss. Vitamin B12 in eggs. This isn't just for energy. B12 keeps your nerves functioning smoothly. Without it, muscle signals get scrambled, leading to random spasms, twitching, and yes, cramps. And if you're over 60, your body absorbs less B12 from food, especially if you're on acid reducers or metformin. Eggs are one of the easiest and safest ways to top it up without needing a supplement. Now I know what you might be thinking. What about cholesterol? Recent studies show that eating 6 to 7 eggs per week is safe for most older adults, even those with borderline cholesterol. And here's the key. Eating eggs instead of processed meats actually helps your heart, not hurts it. And remember that mystery cramp-triggering food I mentioned earlier. Spoiler, it's something people often eat with eggs thinking they're being healthy. But in reality, they're cancelling out the benefits completely. We'll come back to that. But for now, here's a tip most people never hear. Try eating an egg within 1 to 2 hours of physical activity or as part of your evening meal. This helps muscle tissue recover while you sleep and reduces those cruel nighttime cramps. And if you don't tolerate yolks, well, egg whites still give you the protein punch without the fat, so you've still got options. Up next, we're tackling a food that's been marketed as the ultimate anti-cramp solution, but most people eat it wrong, so wrong. In fact, it might be causing more harm than good. Stick with me. Food 2. Bananas. The electrolyte hero or villain bananas. The go-to food for cramps, right? Well, maybe. Or maybe you've been eating them the wrong way, at the wrong time, and expecting results they can't deliver on their own. Let me explain. Bananas are rich in potassium, about 420 milligrams per medium banana, which is 12% of your daily needs. Potassium helps muscles contract properly and keeps nerve signals from misfiring. When your potassium is low, muscles get twitchy, stiff, and more prone to painful spasms. That part is true. But here's the surprising part. If you're not balancing that potassium with magnesium and proper hydration, bananas might not do much at all. You see, magnesium is the gatekeeper. It helps muscles relax after contracting. And most seniors aren't getting nearly enough of it. Luckily, bananas also contain magnesium, but only about 30 milligrams per fruit. Not enough on its own. That's why what you eat with your banana matters. Pair it with a handful of nuts like almonds or pumpkin seeds, or a glass of coconut water, and now you've created a natural electrolyte cocktail, the kind that actually prevents cramps. And here's a trick few people know. Eating a banana 1-2 hours before bed with water or fiber-rich snacks can help calm muscles and prevent nocturnal leg cramps, those awful wake-up calls. But here's where it gets interesting. Many people eat bananas with yogurt or cereal, thinking they're being healthy. But guess what? Some of those flavored yogurts and cereals are loaded with hidden sugars, and that brings us dangerously close to the secret food I warned you about earlier. That food, it steals your minerals and inflames your muscles, completely wiping out the good effects of bananas, and you'd never suspect it. We're not there yet, but it's coming. Back to bananas for a moment. One last key. Bananas are high in natural sugars. If you have diabetes or insulin resistance, don't toss them, but do pair them with fiber or fat, like peanut butter or chia seeds. That slows down sugar absorption and keeps your blood sugar and muscles happy. So, are bananas a hero or a villain? That depends on how you eat them. Used right, they're one of the best tools in your anti-cramp toolkit. Used wrong, they just might be fool's gold. Now, get ready, because the next food we're about to uncover is something tiny, but incredibly powerful. It doesn't just prevent cramps, it repairs your muscles, improves blood flow, and fights inflammation at the source. And the best part, you don't even have to cook it. Stay with me. Food. 3. Nuts and seeds. The silent repair crew for your muscles. Now let's talk about something small, but mighty. Nuts and seeds. They don't just prevent cramps. They help repair damaged muscle tissue, restore nerve function, and even improve blood flow, the 3 pillars of cramp prevention. But here's the crazy part. Most people have no idea which nuts actually work best, and which ones are just empty calories. Let's fix that right now. First, magnesium. The one mineral responsible for helping your muscles relax, not just contract. Most adults over 50 are deficient, and that makes you way more vulnerable to leg cramps. Here's the good news. 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds has 168 milligrams of magnesium. That's over 40% of your daily need. Almonds, 77 milligrams per ounce. Cashews, 74 milligrams. That's muscle relaxation in a handful, but we're not done. Potassium is another key electrolyte, and yes, it's not just in bananas. Pistachios have about 270 milligrams of potassium per ounce. Almonds and cashews also deliver solid amounts. You're basically eating a natural electrolyte pill, but tastier and more absorbable. Now, here's something most people overlook. Healthy fats in nuts, especially omega-3s in walnuts and flax seeds, fight inflammation inside your muscles. That's huge, because chronic inflammation lowers recovery, increases soreness, and triggers more frequent cramps, especially after light activity like walking or climbing stairs. So if your legs feel heavy or tight, even on rest days, it could be inflammatory tension. And nuts might be the solution your diet is missing. But don't go nuts with nuts, pun intended. They're calorie-dense, so stick to 1 small handful per day, about 1 ounce, or 2 tablespoons of seeds sprinkled over meals or smoothies. Also, go for raw or dry roasted, unsalted versions, salted or honey-roasted nuts that brings us dangerously close to, the mystery food we still haven't revealed. Because here's the hidden trap. Many snack packs labeled as healthy nut mixes are actually sugar bombs in disguise. They contain candied fruit, coated nuts, or added refined sugar, and that sneaky ingredient could be the real reason you're still cramping, even when your diet looks clean. And yes, that's exactly the food we're going to reveal in just a moment. But first, quick tip. Try eating a small handful of nuts or seeds before bed. They help relax muscles overnight, especially when combined with water and a banana. You'll wake up more refreshed, less sore, and cramp-free. All right, you've waited patiently. You've learned the top 3 foods to fight cramps the right way. Now it's time to expose the one ingredient that's secretly undoing all your hard work, even if it's hidden in so-called healthy foods. What you're about to hear might change how you read food labels forever. Let's go. You've done everything right. Added protein, potassium, magnesium, healthy fats. So why are the cramps still coming back? Here it is. The hidden enemy that could be silently causing your night cramps, draining your minerals, and inflaming your muscles is refined sugar. Yes, sugar. The sweet little ingredient that's snuck into everything from healthy cereals to low-fat yogurts and even granola bars. Here's what sugar really does. Depletes magnesium and potassium, your two most important cramp-fighting minerals. Inflames your muscles, making recovery slower and more painful. Disrupts nerve signaling, making cramps more likely and more intense, and the worst part, it doesn't take much. Even just a few teaspoons a day can start undoing the work your healthy foods are doing. Let me paint a picture. You start the day with eggs, great. Add a banana, perfect. Then eat a healthy low-fat yogurt with fruit. Bam! Hidden sugar bomb. All that magnesium and potassium gone. That stable nerve function. Out the window, and suddenly, 3 a.m., another cramp. Again. Now imagine this. You swap the flavored yogurt for plain Greek yogurt with cinnamon. You ditch sugary cereal for steel-cut oats with nuts and flaxseed. You hydrate with water, not juice. You eat clean, whole, anti-inflammatory foods, just like we talked about today. What happens? Your body rebalances, your muscles relax. You finally sleep through the night, pain-free. So now you know the 3 power foods that fight leg cramps and the one silent enemy that might be making them worse. Eggs, bananas, nuts, and seeds. These are your allies. Refined sugar, that's the saboteur. If this opened your eyes, drop a comment and let me know what's one food you'll start or stop eating after today. And don't forget to hit like if this video helped you, and subscribe if you want. Weekly, real-world health tips that make a difference. This is Aging Smart Care, and we're here to help you live stronger, longer, and pain-free. See you in the next video.